What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So y'all do know how every single racing game has something everybody does want to do. What is that? That is exploring. Some games do it better, other games probably do a better job at it, and then other games probably kind of fail at it. The thing about Test Drive though, I find this game so dang fun to actually go explore the entire map, and on top of that though, it's also going to be incredibly rewarding. I'm actually going to admit something right now. This is probably the most fun I have had playing a racing game in a straight minute, guys. Like, not even kidding. Like, going around the map, exploring stuff, grabbing all the Radiant prizes around the map, which I will get into that in a second. And then also going after, like, the wreck things in every single region, exploring different roads and all that stuff. Like, it's so dang fun. What's also hilarious about that is the first game I actually thought about when playing Test Drive that kind of reminded me of this a bit was the Crew 1. Why is that, do you ask? Well, this is going to come down to a couple of different things. Number one, back in that game, you could actually make money when driving your car around, which I actually think they might have gotten that from Test Drive. Do let me know in the comments. And then there was also going to be wreckages and stuff like that around each region. That way you can actually build a car and stuff like that, which is so dang dope. The thing about Test Drive though is it actually took that and basically made it even better. Now I do know some might come through and go, well, hold on a second, Blocked. The reason why I do say that is I do actually feel like they made this even better in a couple of different ways. So yes, the game is really going to encourage you to actually drive around to each location and find different things like, for example, the Radiant prizes. Really love how they actually did that. Some districts, by the way, have 20 to 30 of them, which is going to be extra XP, money on top of that. So the game really does encourage you to go, hey, yo, bro, go drive around on the roads over there and actually go explore that entire area. Then you'll actually be rewarded by drifting around, making more money that way, finding all the solar coins there, and also the wreckages on top of it. And then there's also something else I did end up noticing. Some people are probably going to look at some of these districts and go, man, like there's no roads over here, like why is that whole area empty? Funny thing is, there is most likely going to be a hidden off-road area there that you're not even seeing on your map until you actually drive onto it. Then it's actually going to show up. Funny thing is, I actually found a trail, guys, that led me all the way down an entire area by the water, all the way to a tiny town on the end. Along that pathway, I found 2 solar coins, which is funny because that's 24K for just driving around and exploring an entire area. Like, that's so dope. And I really do feel like having the hidden roads and stuff like that was a great way to do it. It almost makes players go, okay, let me go into this district. Let me drive around a bit. Maybe I can find a secret road that is going to then lead me to something else. And then, boom, you're also going to find even more things and discover it, which really does make a racing game so dang fun. And also, isn't that going to be a point that you actually want to have in a racing game? Like, a lot of players are asking for more exploration. I really do feel like they absolutely killed that with Solar Crown. It's so dang fun. It actually brings me back to a different game that I have to bring into this. Guess what game that is? The Crew Motorfest. Is exploring in that game fun? Probably not, because it really doesn't reward you at all for doing it. Yeah, there's going to be collectibles and stuff tied to the playlist, but that really doesn't do all that much though. Plus, the entire map is going to be so dense and stuff, and I guess it's a bit more on the smaller side, to where it's probably going to be like, okay, yeah, there's a road there. Like, nothing's really going to be a secret. Something like a secret would probably be in the Crew 2 or like the Crew 1, to where the map was going to be big. There's like off-road areas basically everywhere. There's also going to be some weird hidden roads that were not even on the map in those games. So you're probably going to find those, find like a weird neighborhood literally in the middle of nowhere with a really odd looking paved road that doesn't even look like it belongs there. Like, I feel like that's going to make exploration so entertaining, and I actually feel like in some ways Solar Crown actually did it. Yeah, I'm not saying Solar Crown's map is going to be absolutely massive, but at least from what I have seen so far, that I do like the fact that you have like the bigger highways to where you can go insanely fast if you want to, and on top of that you also have like the curvy roads that are pretty insane. A few of them are actually going to be like almost like a snake, legit going around, like you can drift. You can probably go fast, get a really cool build to make your car grip really well. And on top of that, you're also going to have like the off-road areas to go as quick as you want, which I would probably say most of the off-road places will probably end up being owned by the buggy, because that thing is absolutely ridiculous. And I would actually say that thing should probably be in its own class, man. Like, it is way too fast. But at least for me at this point, though, I am having such a great time in the Solar Crown map. Like, I love the variety of it. I really do like the fact that if you did want to go see some like high rise and stuff in like a city part of it, you can actually do that. What if you're actually feeling like driving up a mountain? You can also do that. What if you actually want to drive like a nice coastal type of road? You also have that, like you have the water, you have the mountains, and then boom, you're like, yo, bro, wait a minute, there's a dope off-road area here, and I actually see a road I don't see on my map. Let me switch over to this vehicle, then you go explore it. That entire road then leads you to another road, and boom, you find a small town. Then you're also going to find like some solar coins and stuff. Like, it is just so dang fun exploring the map, man. I feel like players are going to love it. Now, I do feel like at the same time, though, players might be like, yo, blocked. The map is going to be small, man. You don't want to get moosed. Like, you actually want to have a lot of areas you can cruise around in. I feel like people might actually get bored of the map or think they might, which I do feel like with any racing game nowadays that is probably going to be fairly valid, and we're most likely not going to have the map of a scale of something like the Crew 2 again, unless somehow the Crew 3 goes back there, which would be insane. But I do feel like players actually jumping into the Solar Crown map would end up enjoying it, probably even more than something like Motorfest. And what's funny about that though is in legit 3 months we're also getting Ibiza. That is also going to have like, districts in there. We're most likely going to get another car wreck, maybe even two of them. I would at least guess at least one of them. Then we're also going to have more Radiant prizes, more places to explore, new events, and all kinds of stuff on top of the entire Hong Kong island in legitimately 3 months after it does come out. So if you actually want to go to Ibiza, you can then go back to like the Hong Kong island and basically drive everywhere, man. Like, it's so dope. I would like to know what you guys think about the exploration and test drive. Do you like it? What are some things you don't like about it? Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, how does the overall exploration and test drive stack up against something like Need for Speed and the Crew Motorfest?